Alright, so let's see if we can see it up here if the weather's too bad. Oh no, the weather did clear up. And when it's clear like this, you can see a lot out here. You kind of see the sun phasing through the land. That's a little bit of a weird effect. There's a giant outcrop over here that we'll be heading for. There's a big ice shelf kind of behind us from the direction we came from. Can't see a ton else right now. Oh yeah, so let's try this thing out. So we just hold it in our hand, then we want to ascend. Oh, jeez. That's a lot faster than in the first game. The first game, it was a noticeable boost, I should say. But it wasn't like an emergency surface. Jeez, that launches you in the air. And you can use... Wait, you can use this to replenish your oxygen? Ah. You know what? That's cool. Okay. In the first game, I would say it was fairly useful. Although, once you got to the point in the game where you weren't returning to the surface for every oxygen breath like you do early game, it becomes less useful, you know, because like once you're 1,000 meters underwater, you know, you can't just like just get yourself to the surface. And it would only be a marginal speed increase, like let's say double or something. I don't know exactly what it is, but certainly useful, but not like mandatory of an item. The Sea Glide would kind of get you to a similar place in a maybe a slightly slower amount of time, but this is like explosive. So this is pretty cool. I see electricity over here. Looks like wires. And yeah, it does look like there's a little base or something there. We will go investigate that in just a moment. But going back to it, the oxygen replenishment, that's really cool. That was definitely not in the main first game. Is there nothing here? Dang it. Oh, eclipse. Okay. I was like, geez, that is really, really dark. Signal lost, I guess because we're above water. See more pingwings over there. I think it did eclipse in the first game as well. I just kind of forgot. Oh, okay. Nice hitbox. It's getting foggy. Okay. Yes. But so the oxygen replenishment is cool. Now, obviously, that's a trade-off. Like, if you replenish the oxygen, you can't emergency boost yourself to the surface, but that is a much more interesting utility item, in my opinion. We'll definitely be holding on to this for a while, until it gets to the point where I would say it's less useful. Penguins, I believe it was over here. Woo. So yeah, I like this a lot. This is going to be an item we'll hold on to for a while, I think. Alright, let's start doing some more research. A desk for whenever we can make our own base. We already have that, but I'll take the titanium. Coffee machine looking thing. Oh. Let me scan you really quick. Don't move. Nutrient block. Okay, this was far less useful than I thought. I guess the useful thing was we could have scanned that one fragment. I guess. This looks like either a dangerous predator cage, like to allow us into an area with dangerous predators. Like, you know, sharks, obviously, but not sharks in this game. That's probably dangerous. Yeah. Not going to get any closer to that. More stuff potentially down here, though. that looks like it may be dangerous. Let's scan it. Replenish oxygen. Okay. Okay. They had little bubble plants in the first game, so I guess this is just sort of like a expansion of that sort of thing. I think this is the thing we needed for computer chips. Yeah. Which we needed a lot of in the first game, so I definitely want to grab some of that. And it looks like beacon fragment. Okay. That's another useful one.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen
how much
remaining.
oxygen? Oh, that's just like a puff of air. Okay. I guess before when I used it, I was running a little low on oxygen. Or I think I had most of my oxygen.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
So that ended up being a little more effective. So it is just a puff of oxygen. Which I guess is fair enough. You don't necessarily want to give the player who's supposed to be limited to a extra 40 seconds of or an extra 30 seconds of oxygen, a sudden like full oxygen replenish, you know. But, you know, if you're almost at the surface, I guess that could be useful. Or maybe, like, I'm almost done searching, let me just get a little more oxygen so I can keep going. These wires going down here, I kind of thought there'd be a little more. Guess not. I guess, yeah, if you're in a cave... If you're in a cave and you're like, I can't get to the surface, like I can't use this for its primary function, you can use it as its secondary function and still get some usefulness out of it. Alright, let's try it again, see how much...
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
75 meters underwater. Let's see how far up this gets us. That...
Dangerous weather approaching.
That does get you all the way up there, so... I'm sure there's a limit, like maybe 200 meters, where if you use it, it will only get you 200 meters up or something, but... Still impressed that it does get us up that quick. The flavor text definitely wasn't lying. You know, the flavor text is like, oh yeah, you can use this and get up to the surface quickly. But in the first game, that wasn't quite the case. Okay, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Ah, yep, crash. There we go. Okay. Alright, get out, get out, get out. Woo! Okay. So, as you see, those are fun little guys. They do, however, leave a little something behind. Crystalline sulfur. That's, we need that for a few things like the welder. It looks like we need it for the flares. Not bad. Okay, so we're definitely entering a new biome down here.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
So yeah, oh, I can't get to the surface, let's just say. Puff, and then you're fine. But, since we can get to the surface... I wonder if that would give you the opportunity to get on top of some really high sections that I wouldn't normally be able to swim up onto, you know? What are you? Just another rock outcrop? With silver. Okay, cool. I have a feeling that we're starting to enter Sea Glide? Is that the sea monkey? Oh, that's a sea monkey nest, yep. Okay, so that's what they look like. But yeah, I have a feeling we're getting into some slightly more dangerous areas now.
Warning.
And we
30
don't
seconds of
really have the
oxygen
oxygen
remaining.
for this area. That being said, with the use of the Sea Glide... Oh, excuse me. Use of the Sea Glide in this little oxygen tank, we can get a little bit farther. You can see, you can toggle the map, which is nice, get it out of our way. Does seem a little more useful than before, but we're going to keep it off in here so I can see a little better. Oh, crap. Get going, get going, get going. They can go faster than your regular swimming speed. But they're generally speaking slower than like a Sea Glide. Unless you just happen to run into something. Kelp root. Would this happen to be the underside of the big things? The kelp, whatever it is, I guess. Would make sense being called kelp root, right? Keeping an eye out for more crashes. Okay, that's not a full oxygen refill, which is fair enough. Okay, I have no idea what that's for, but I would assume being an item I can grab, it's probably useful. There's almost certainly going to be something dangerous down here, though. We'll need to keep an eye out for it.
Warning. Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Yeah. We are not equipped to go down this far right now. In fact, I'm going to get out of here. Get us back to the surface pretty quick.
Oxygen.
Nope, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. That, go, go, go. Just in time. Alright, you know what? This is... Yeah, I like this thing a lot. I like that thing a lot. That's a cool one. Oh yeah, and these guys will eventually come back, I believe, but it'll take them some time, so we should be reasonably safe to keep going in and out of here. And if I do hear them, just start going in the other direction very quickly. But yeah, by default, once you get below 100 meters, I think they said, you lose some of your breathing ability. So, we don't really want to go that far down. You'll notice the oxygen consumption was pretty high.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen
Vehicle
remaining.
bay. We definitely want that. That'll... Whenever we can get some kind of vehicle built... Whoa! That'll allow us to dock it. Okay. Is this a way out? Yes, it is. Hey, look, a whole fish. Bonk. Okay. Let's go. Okay, so... That's probably, barring the game giving us another objective immediately, it's probably our next objective is to get a mobile vehicle bay. Well, really, we don't need the mobile vehicle bay per se. We really need just like a Sea Glide or whatever the equivalent is in this. They may have swapped it to a completely different vehicle, I think they mentioned a sea truck. I think that's a thing in this game. So maybe that's something that we, want to make pretty soon. We'll obviously need a blueprint for it, but, not bad. We also need a, I forget what the game calls it, but like a little base building thing. So we can start working on building a base. Because, yep, I know.
Oxygen.
Because this little emergency drop pod is good for crafting things in light storage, but if we want to actually like make anything useful beyond just handheld items, we're gonna need access to a lot more stuff, of course. even that mobile vehicle bay fragment. I love that thing. The mobile vehicle bay allows you to dock a vehicle, which is important because all the vehicles run on electricity in this game. So being able to dock it keeps you from having to like take out the power cells and charge them, which we also, of course, don't have a power cell charger, so that's a initial way to charge them without needing a charger. There we go. Let me see if it's given us any more things. Yeah, I can't make that yet. Any more things you can make with some of our new items? Like a wiring kit, that'll definitely be helpful later. But for now, I'd like to leave it as silver ore in case we end up needing that. Did I put something away I didn't want to? No, not yet. I do like that it also, highly reactive. Okay. I do like that it keeps up with your, like, inventory management. You don't have to fit things in there like Resident Evil 4 style. Since I can't do the little construction thing, I can't build a large, like, storage chest in here for myself. So for now, if I want to store more things, I either have to throw them on the floor or make a waterproof storage locker. Which I think I will for the time being. So we just drop that right here. It'll stay there. And it's not very large, of course, but it will allow us to store a few more items. Okay, where are we at? An hour 15? Let's do a little bit more. Like I said, life's been kind of hectic lately, and today's kind of a calm day. I'm okay today. So I'd like to, you know, take advantage of the day while I can. So we'll do a little bit more. Repair tool. You should be able to make that. Generally speaking, based on what I've always seen, you want the repair tool before you need to actually repair something. Because if something happens to your base or a vehicle, you want to repair it when it's in danger rather than, you know, having it fill up with water and then you have to come back later after you get a repair tool. So we're going to go ahead and make that, I think. Need some silicone rubber, which, is that the thing with the creep vine? No, seed cluster. Okay. And you get 2 of them. That's good. Sorry, I blanked for a second.
All-Terra beacon signature detected. Unique identifier. Delta Station
Okay.
dock.
Delta Station. This is the place Lil mentioned in her message.
Okay, well that'll definitely be where I think we'll be heading next then. This isn't normally an item you need to keep in your hotbar at all times, but it is an item that I would keep in my inventory. And here's another cool thing about the game, right? Let's say my battery on my Sea Glide runs out, but I'm like 100 meters underwater, I need to get out. You know, I still have to go somewhere. I can temporarily take my battery, as you might have seen earlier, out of my scanner, for example, unload it, and then load it into my Sea Glide, and keep going. So every single one of these battery-powered items, even though they all have different batteries, and it's like, oh, that's kind of annoying, I can pull them out. And swap them into another thing if it's like immediately necessary to use. So, while they each take, well, most of them take a single inventory slot, they're also holding a battery. So it actually kind of doubles up right there. So there's normally never really a reason for you to take an extra battery with you. Okay, Delta Station. That's a little far away. Good thing that we've got a Sea Glide. The map looks cool, but I'm not entirely sure how useful it is. I would say it's not unuseful, if that makes sense, but it does take up a reasonable chunk of your vision. Ooh, this looks like it goes pretty deep. Now it looks like that may be some more PDAs down there. Along with some new kind of fish.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I'm gonna guess that that thing may be dangerous. However, that's not gonna stop us. Fear will, of course, but
Oxygen.
that's not gonna stop us. The fear of the unknown. Only the fear of the loud, spooky noises that it's probably gonna make. Alright. It looks dangerous. Arctic Ray. Oh. Maybe it's not dangerous.
That sounds like a distress call.
Transmission of unknown origin. Source of transmission depth calculated at approximately 200 meters.
Sea truck fragment.
Warning.
Okay.
30 seconds of
let's get out of
oxygen
here.
remaining.
That's still a lot of fun. So maybe they're not dangerous. They didn't make any moves towards me when I got close to them. It's at least 15 oxygen. So that was a sea truck fragment, which I believe is going to be maybe a replacement for a sea glide for the time being. Need 2 more of those. Okay, we got some more ribbon plants if we need them. Oh, and we are below 100 meters, so we do have... Oh, that's dangerous. Look at his teeth.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen
High capacity
remaining.
O2 tank. That's a good one. Builder fragment. We're going to have to get out of here real quick. Okay. We're going to come back
Oxygen.
here. Let's really test this thing out now. That really does work. Look at that. That's a lot of height out of that. Okay, battery charger, that's a useful one. That'll keep us from having to constantly make new batteries. Jeez, look at that thing. Yeah, we're definitely not messing with that. That thing is surely aggressive with the size of those teeth. And he looks like he's going after fish. Alright, let's get in here quick. So we got quite a few things we want to scan in here.
Warning. 30 seconds of
The hatch?
oxygen
Guess
remaining.
not. Let's get out of here.
Oxygen.
Oh, you see the oxygen meter as it goes down? So it looks like we were at, I would guess, about 30% oxygen by the time it finished. So there's going to be a limit to it. I would guess it's probably about 200 meters. Still, 200 meters and... I don't know, what's that probably going to be, like 6-7 seconds? Not bad. Though I would certainly wonder if you'd get the bends from that. That's the thing I understand if you are a deep diver like that and you surface too quickly. Which I would assume, you know, most people don't have a super oxygen flotation thing like this. Would be just a normal swimming thing you could do as long as you had an oxygen tank. Would definitely be a concern. Because that's a real thing that happens to people, so... I would only assume that would be... Yeah, but maybe they figured that out in the future, right? Okay, that's 2. Excellent. We may be right on our way... Is this the 3rd one? We may be right on our way to getting the sea truck built. There's an enemy over there. There we go. Mobile vehicle bay. Okay, we'll need 1 more of those. Make a power cell now. We're almost certainly going to need more ribbon plants.
New technology acquired.
We're almost certainly going to need more ribbon plants for that sea truck.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
See how much oxygen this gives now that I'm actually paying attention to the number. We're at about 18, 48. That would be 30 oxygen. Mobile vehicle bay. Alright. Oh, that's right. The mobile vehicle bay isn't the dock. I'm an idiot. The mobile vehicle bay is the thing that makes the large vehicles. Because, like, I can't just make them in a regular fabricator. That's like a specialty item. So, we will need the mobile vehicle bay to make that. We will almost certainly need a power source for the mobile vehicle bay. I remember that being a thing. I think it needs like a power cell, which is like a big version of a battery. Hopefully there's nothing too scary out here. It does look like we have the option for geothermal power over here. So that's kind of neat. What the heck is that? Rock puncher. Okay. Doesn't seem immediately dangerous. Like, maybe he can swim?
Warning. 30
maybe
seconds
not.
of oxygen remaining.
Oh, yeah, there's definitely a platform over here, and it looks like there's some either fires, or maybe that's just the geothermal geysers. Those are a great power source. If I remember right, they're a little low on their power generation, but they are, like, constant. So they're good in the sense that you don't have to worry about running out of power. Right, lead and silver. These things also do get kind of hot. So we don't really want to get too close to them, although I think the radius is reasonably small. We'll also need a lot of titanium to make this vehicle bay and the fragments associated, so we'll want to collect as much of that as we reasonably can. And I didn't... Whoa, nice lag spike. I didn't catch if... Ooh, that is getting a little chuggy, isn't it?
Oxygen.
I didn't catch if we actually got the builder or not. I'm wanting to wait till we're in a little bit of a safer dry land situation. Or like a base. But if we did get the builder, then that'll actually let us build bases. Okay, beacon there. Let's see. So yeah, O2 tank. We should be able to make that pretty easily. The high capacity one. Power cell is 2 batteries strapped together with some rubber. So definitely need some ribbon plants, so it's good we've been collecting that. Habitat builder we do have. Wiring kit is silver. Computer chip, I think we might be able to make 1 computer chip right now. And a battery. Mobile vehicle bay needs titanium ingots, so that'll be a lot of titanium, another computer chip, and lubricant. Sea truck requires a little bit more of all that stuff. An advanced wiring kit, that'll be an interesting one. But we can, of course, now make our own little vehicle base along with battery charger and stuff like that. Let's go warm up a little bit. Oh, interesting. If you get close enough to the surface, then you will start getting cold. You have to get like a few meters, maybe 2 or 3, below the water before the heat generation starts kicking in. So we may need to do a little exploration and then kind of head back down, you know. I would like to explore this place. There's a satellite dish up there. That's kind of cool. Trash can, if I remember right, is just a... So you can normally just dump things into the water, like, you know, whatever you don't want. But if you want it to look clean and not just have items floating around, because I don't think they despawn in this game, you can use the trash can to make them go away. Alright, let's head back into the water for a second. You see I gain a little bit of heat, but it's stuck at 75. Because I guess I'm too close to the surface.